Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone today? So good, I hope. So good. So, it's been a bit, hasn't it? Since we art journaled together. Good morning, Sue and Vicky and Melinda. So happy to see you all. So I had this idea for today's art journaling entry. Because I drew Aunt Junie as a... Good morning, Nancy. Welcome. Because I drew it as a coverall, meaning it's a whole sheet, I thought it would be super fun for us to paint it on a piece of copy paper. And then we're going to glue it down into our art journals as an entire page. And then we will talk about putting some sentiments on there or some words of wisdom that are meaningful to you. Anyway, that's what I have planned for today. Good morning, Keels. How are you? Oh, I'm glad to see everybody this morning. If you're brand new here, if you would follow, like, and subscribe to Corbiere-Scott Designs on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, I would greatly appreciate that. And then please ask to join our private Facebook group, Let's Get Artsy with Corbiere-Scott. Remember, that's where the album for Christmas cards, the Christmas card challenge is. And you know, I told a lie yesterday. I said that I would, hey Michelle, I said that I would have 4 cards created by today. That was a lie. Oh, I thought I could get it all done, but alas, I could not. I had so many things to catch up on yesterday, that's for sure. So let's just start painting and chatting, shall we? I'm gonna get my mat down. I got this silicone mat from Paper and I in Marshall, Michigan. It's by Ranger. You know what? I really kind of dig it because it rolls up small. You can fold it or roll it or whatever you want. And it's quite floppy. And it stays secure on your desk. So that is that this morning. So I am not exactly sure which sentiment I want to use on my page in my art journal. I want it to be something about being colorful. So I thought I would just start painting, and I'm feeling like maybe kind of in a kind of a rainbow order. That's what I'm feeling. But you know, you do you. So let's just start painting and chatting, painting and chatting. And remember, this is printed on copy paper, so we're going to be, remember, you don't have as much movement. You don't have as much movement. So let's keep that in mind. I'm going to use my squirt bottle to start to activate my watercolors. And I'm just going to spray everything, because I don't know exactly where I want to go with this or what I want to use. Okay, so, but I do know that red is my first color. So I'm going to dip my brush in my water over here. See if you can see that. There we go. Hey, Sue! So happy to see everyone this morning. Hey, Michelle, how are you? And Renee! Welcome. Okay, so let's get some nice red going here. And I'm trying to keep it pretty light and airy. We're glad to see ya. We are so glad to see you. Now let's do some orange. Roy G. Biv. This nice yellow. Green. Blue. Let's go with this blue right here. Don't think we have enough room for indigo, so we're going to skip indigo and we're going to go right to violet, I believe. But look at how pretty that is. So how is everyone today? So good, I hope. Okay, I'm going to dry mine now. Donna, good morning. How are you today? So I just want to share with you that because this printable is a coverall, a full sheet, that means that we can, the possibilities of creating with it are endless, right? We'll be able to create and create and create and create. And I kind of like the idea of every now and again creating a whole sheet, doing all of my artwork here, and then gluing it into my art journal. Do you know what I mean? I've done it before with some jelly prints that I've created a bunch of jelly prints and then I've just glued them into my art journal. And then I don't know what I'll do with those, but there's a start. Remember, we've talked about that in art journaling, it's really all about kind of growing and just always being a work in progress, right? That you can just add something every now and again to a page that you've been working on for 6 months. It doesn't matter. Sometimes I pull out old art journals from years and years ago and I'll add a little something. I'll just kind of thumb through it, and then every now and again I will see something that, oh, maybe I want to, I don't know, put a little something here or there. That's what I think, Keels. The coveralls are, you can use them in a million different ways. I think so too. So my idea is that I wanted to start with my base of watercolor, right? And now I think that's dry. Let's see what I've got down here. And now I really want to oh yeah, Tam, do tell. What watercolors did you get? Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, so now I'm feeling like, so I did my watercolor, right? Good morning, Tina. Kina is rocking it as our July guest designer. She is creating. Everybody take a drink. Okay. So now I want to start to add some details with my colored pencils. Good morning, Sandy. So we are creating the artwork to be used as a art journaling entry. Oh, vintage pastels, those are awful pretty. Well, I'm so glad. I hope that you are all showing Kina the love with all of her gorgeous creations. Oh, really? So, you know what? That's so interesting that you said that, Catherine. I realized that we haven't been reading in our comfort book, and that's all on me. I don't know exactly why. So I'm just adding some details, right? And I'm going to continue this throughout the entire page. I'm just going to work on growing this page. And isn't that what we like to do with our art journaling? I just want to be able to get to my flow state. Remember, we've talked about that before, where when you're creating and you just lose yourself in the process, just lose yourself in the journey of it, that's the flow state. And there's not much sweeter than that. That's for sure. Oh, I'm really liking that. And I love when one color flows into the next. I'm really digging that. So this will take a while, but remember, we're not in a rush. Should never be in a rush when you're art journaling, because it's all about the journey of it, you know, what you learn along the way. It doesn't need to be a work of art. It doesn't need to be a masterpiece. It needs to be a masterpiece of growth for you, right? Like the growth of, I love these colors, or I won't work in those colors again. Or I like this technique, let me hone in on that a little bit more. How can I take that up a notch? And remember, when coloring with colored pencils, a sharp pencil is for detail. A dull pencil, like I'm working with right now, is blending bliss. You will get such good blends. And just do that circular blend. Round and round and round. And keep turning that substrate so that you're, you know, your hand is in a comfortable position to create. We want all the things working for us, right? We have a big bottle of water, so we stay nice and hydrated. We have good company, like we do this morning. We have art supplies, right? all of the things. So a sharpener, so I like a sharpener too, but I will just say that a sharp pencil is not going to give you a nice blend. It'll give you good details. Hey, Laura. Yes, I'm back. But then I'll be gone again next week. So, let me know if you liked the pre-recorded classes, or if you want to just wait for me to come back the following week. You just let me know. Remember that I hope that you all, hey Cheryl, I hope that you all join in the Christmas card challenge featuring any of my art printables, Christmassy or not. I just added a few art printables that were used in Ornamentally Yours and the garden art party. For those of you who were not able to attend those I've pulled them from those websites and they are available on my website. Oh, I'm loving how this is like, it's kind of turning out how I wanted it to turn out. Isn't that a beautiful thing when things just kind of work in your the spring banner, so you must have gone there already this morning, Miss Tammy. The spring banner was from Ornamentally Yours a couple of years ago. But I really like creating with it, and I feel like the possibilities are endless with that one, and so I wanted to give everybody the opportunity to purchase that. Well, hey, Jen Golden. How are you, my friend? Okay. I'm almost ready to move on to orange, I think. Which orange do I have here? Let's see how this works. Ooh, pretty. Well, I'm so glad you're doing well, Miss Jan. Tammy, what day is book club this month? I thought that was going to happen. Monday the 18th. Okay, so I might not be able to attend as I will be on my sister's road trip with my sweet sister Teresa, but I will, I know I'm almost done with the book. I'm almost done. But I will be at my parents' house, and I just don't know if I'll be able to make it. I will try, but I just don't know. This pencil just keeps breaking. That means it was dropped. I hate when that happens. So don't ever drop your colored pencils, because it just breaks the lead over and over and over again within the shaft of the pencil. Let's try this orange. There we go. Just trying a different orange. Renee, hip hip hooray. So the Christmas card challenge is, I wrote about it in the newsletter, and I'll write about it again in this week's newsletter tomorrow. And it is, we will be creating as many Christmas cards as we'd like. Get a little jump on the season. Christmas in July. And you're going to post them in the album on, in the Let's Get Artsy with Corbiere-Scott private Facebook group. And you're going to get as many people to vote as possible. Let me know if that works. If it doesn't, I will do what I did last time, where I'll create an album and I'll pull them from the private Facebook group and get them into the album on the public group. If that feels like it would work better, that I can absolutely do that. Oh my gosh, book club members. So remember I told you I took my niece and my great nephew and niece to Michigan last week. And now my sister and I are going back to Michigan. Whatever. Anyway, while we were at we had our flight kept getting postponed where we were leaving. And that was a frustration, I can only tell you. But my niece walked over to a wall of books in one of the little gift shops there, and she picked up Where the Crawdads Sing. And I said, oh my gosh, you totally have to, you totally need to read that book. Everybody take a drink. I was like, it's so, so good, and the movie's coming out, and so she did. She bought the book, and I think she was a little, like maybe 2/3 of the way through when I left her on Monday. So I'm anxious to talk to her about it, and I told her that she needs to go see the movie so that we can talk about that too. I know, I was going to ask her if she wanted to join book club, Tam. I don't know if she's ready for that. And she's got those two littles, a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old. So they're kind of all about mommy attention. But I thought she might enjoy it. We'll see. Oh, look at that. It's looking just like I wanted it to. You know what? I think I need to do these over here. Hey, Sharon, how are you? Oh my goodness. The gang back. We got the band back together. Hey, Jean Marie, how are you? So happy to see everyone here. So I'm just continuing up my... Hey, Mary, how are you? Oh, Tammy, thanks for putting the link to a book club. If anyone would like to join us, if you, especially now for summer reading, it's so funny. My son was telling me that he did the summer reading program with his library, and he finished, and he finished, and he turned it into his little card into the librarian, and he said he got like a water bottle or something. And he was like, man, I was hoping I got like a gift card or something, or, you know, a free personal pizza like I used to when I was a child. I thought that was so funny. Getting there. I don't know, like, I feel like, anybody have any good, colorful sentiments? That's what I'm feeling like. I feel like I want to remind myself to live a colorful life. I mean, I think I do, but sometimes it doesn't hurt to have a little reminder, right? Speaking of which, let's get to our, oh my goodness, we haven't done our comfort book in so long. I'm so sorry that I've been remiss. Okay, here we go. There's always a path through the forest. I've spent much of my life thinking about hope. In recent years, I've spent a lot of time writing about it. Before then, I clutched hope like a security blanket. In my 20s, I had a breakdown, a fusion of severe depression and panic disorder that made me fall so hard I spent 3 years of my life desperately wanting to die. It is hard to cultivate hope in such a state of despair, but somehow I gathered enough of it to stay alive and to see a better future. Hope can feel in scarce supply for everyone these days. Global pandemics, brutal injustices, political turmoil, and glaring inequalities can all take their toll on your reserves. And yet, the thing with hope is that it is persistent. It has the potential to exist even in the most troubled times. Hope isn't the same thing as happiness. You don't need to be happy to be hopeful. You need instead to accept the unknowing ability of the future, and that there are versions of that future that could be better than the present. Hope, in its simplest form, is the acceptance of possibility. The acceptance that if we are suddenly lost in the forest, there will be a way through. All we need is a plan and a little determination. I love that. I love that. Now I'm kind of feeling like I want to write down hope in its simplest form is the acceptance of possibility. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Digging that idea. Okay, and now I saw that a couple of you, let's see, the earth laughs in flowers. I could. That's a good one, Vicky. That Emerson, he knew what he was talking about, didn't he? Okay, what was the other one? Be happy. And a reason will come along. Oh my gosh, ain't that the truth? Will come along. Friends and flowers bring color to the world. Oh my gosh. Now how am I going to pick just one? Those are all so good. Those are all so good. Oh, Vicky, thank you so much for getting this stamp. Thank you so much. I loved drawing that one. I did. We do have to do more than one page. We'll just have to keep going, right? You know what, Kath? I will do a blog post about the Christmas card challenge. Oh my gosh, Sue, you're going to have so much fun. In Mexico. That will be so meaningful. And oh my gosh. Could you be going to a more colorful place? I think not. It's so beautiful down there. Hey Karen, how are you? We are creating a art journaling entry using the brand new Junie art printable. And we painted it with some watercolor, and now we are enhancing those watercolors with colored pencils. It's just kind of pumping things up just a little bit and creating just a little bit more dimension. You know, we are all about the dimension, aren't we? Just taking those flat colors and creating height and depth simply with color. I love that. I love that is such a powerful tool. That color, just simple color, can do that. Okay, so now we're going to come in with our green. There we go. Turn, turn, turn. I'm pondering my sentiments for this page, and I'm pondering my layout and any additional techniques I might add to this. That's what a slow process will do for you. It will give you the time to ponder and contemplate your whole layout. Do you know what I mean? Whether it's a card, whether it's a art journaling entry, whether it's a piece of art. If you're doing a process that takes a while, that's so good for your noggin, you know, because you will just have time to think about it and where you want to take it. And remember, there's no right or wrong. The art journal is where you work out those ideas. I'm getting in that flow state. I keep thinking, when's the last time I said something? I hope you are too. I hope you are too. Just little by little. Gosh, just the addition of that colored pencil, what a difference it's making. Everybody take a drink. Because isn't it fascinating, with the addition of the colored pencil, everything else recedes, right? The background recedes and the flowers are coming to the forefront. I love that. Breathing in the hope. Oh, I love that. Sandy, I love that. So as you're creating your art journaling entry, I want you to be thinking about other techniques that we've done along the way that maybe you want to work on just a little bit, because remember, all of those techniques need to be honed to become part of your artsy arsenal in your noggin. Right? I'm telling you, it's making me so happy, Michelle. Just the dimension, I told you that just color is doing. Just color. The addition of color, just the growth of each, that the piece has with each layer of color. It's making me so happy. There we go. Okay, now blue. Let's see what we got. Ultramarine. Look how pretty that is. I love when one just blends into the next. Oh, Sue, it is still hurting. I think the airplane ride just did a number on it, you know. So I'm just doing my rice, you know, rest, ice, compression. What's the other one? Elevation. So little by little, it's getting better. And I'm doing my Tylenol Motrin switch off, and that seems to be helping. But I did notice, this is so crazy, when I took a bath when I got home, and I was like, holy smokes, I am covered in bruises. And some of them I can kind of remember, like I hit my leg when that guy wouldn't fully get out of his seat for me to get up. Or I hit my other leg on the armrest that somebody didn't put up. And I was trying to hurry, and I need to quit doing that. I just need to take my time. Because you know what? We're all on that same dang plane. It's not like, right? We're not, you're not going to get off any quicker. It's not going to kill people to just wait a second. Anyway, long story to say, It's all right. It'll get better. I'm just working on getting it better before I get on the plane again to go to my sister's house. I don't have any pain patches, so is that something that you're prescribed, or is that something over the counter? So I told you that I went to the doctor in the Sioux, and she said that it was just a muscle strain, and that here's the weird thing. Yeah, I'm flying Delta again. And you know what? I will say, you know what? They are a nice airline. I only encountered one jerk in all of those 8 flights. Only one guy at the gate attendant who was not very nice at all. But everyone else was so kind and accommodating, and I just thought, what a hard job. What a hard job that would be to, with all of these flight cancellation. Do you know what I mean? Can you imagine how many crabby people, and the people working at those counters, they're not the ones who are controlling any of that, right? Yeah, Delta just has, yeah, I know, I'm flying Delta again next week too. But I always have something to do in my bag. Like I bring stitching, like some of my embroidery, and I bring my sketch pad or my art journal, and I bring a fully charged phone and my phone charger. Because Delta, for the most part, always has plugs on the phone, or on the plane, excuse me. So that's lovely. And then you can charge on the way. And I bring 2 sets of headphones, the kind that have this kind of headphone or the kind with the USB. And I think when I'm flying to Billings to my sister's, I think I'm flying from Phoenix to Denver, and then Denver to Billings. Ooh, the blue looks pretty, doesn't it? That deeper shade. Oh, good, Sue. That's a good idea. Take that art journal. I did one page I wanted to share with you guys in my other art journal, the one I was making with Desi and Brax, my great niece and nephew. There we are when we went to the trampoline park, and I started to stick some stickers of things that we've done together. Anyway, but I wanted to share this page that I did. Okay, so I did remember we did neurographic art a long time ago, and then but I did it with a crayon because I was with them, and the name of the crayon was Asparagus, and I just fell in love with it. And then, yes, Atlanta was the worst. It was so enormous. It was so enormous. And aren't you like, why are we going to Atlanta from Oklahoma City? But whatever. Anyway, then I came back in with my blue pen and I started to work on this on the plane too. I'm kind of digging it. So just know you can, remember we talked about that you can continue to work on a page long after you started it. Just little by little, little by little. Like, I don't know what else I want to do on this, but now I'm feeling like I want to do something. And here's one of those jelly prints that I just glued down as a page. And here's another one. And here's Braxton, 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 Braxton. And here's some bleeding art tissue. And then here's a page that we created, Desi and Brax and I. Here's another jelly print. Do you remember this, Keely and Tam? These crazy, crystally looking blobs that appeared. Who knows why? There's Desi's page. There's some scribble art that we did together. Anyway, just know that you can just, I like to, Desi playing with the spirograph in my in my art journal. Just know that you can, like, just paint some backgrounds, Sue. Just paint some backgrounds and then create on top of it. Oh, there's a Sugar Island peony that I drew while I was at my mom and dad's house. Anyway, just know that an art journal is such a great thing to take with you because you can just kind of do whatever, you know. Okay, let's bring some violet in here. 10 minutes? Yikes! How did we get there so fast? Hey, Lori, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we're almost finished up with this. I don't know if I'll be able to put it in my art journal by the end of the 10 minutes, but I can share with you how I'm gonna do it. Look, I took the spelling error out, so now I just need to replace that. Let's see. Find a blank spot. Oh, that one might work. So I'm going to trim this, right? And then I will glue it down, and then I cut off the excess. And if there's enough excess, I might keep that. If not, I'll pitch it, and then I'll make another art journal entry with this art printable because it's so pretty. I just don't know exactly what I want to do, but oh, thank you, Donna. I love art journals. Don't you love them? They just kind of they're so reflective of that person, right? And their journey, right? Because remember, every page doesn't have to be a masterpiece. It just needs to be a journey, right? So, okay, I'll do a flip through. Here we go. Do you remember this page? Remember, I had done some colors, like this was when we were using up old markers, right? And I was just scribbling with markers, and then I found this sticker from some soap that I bought, and it matched perfectly. And then we did the we drew flowers, and then we colored in the background, and then I went over it with some white gel pen. How fun is that? There's the Super Bowl page that we do every year. Here's some flowers that, see, like I drew these, but I haven't finished it up, and I don't know exactly where I want to go, so I'm just gonna leave it. Here's another one of those scribble pages. And then, hey Beth, here's the back side of that, and I need, Keely, will you post that picture again of what you did on the back side of that one page that I fell in love with. Why didn't I take a picture of that? That would have been a good idea. And then here's the bleed through from that Sharpie. And then I just painted it green, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it next, but it's there waiting for me. And there's some more. Remember, this was the highlighter page. We just did stripes with our highlighter. Then I did some vertical stripes with my black pen. I don't know what I'm going to do with that next. Here's Paul Cézanne. Oh, and did you know that today is Marc Chagall's birthday? And yesterday was Frida's birthday. Here's another jelly print I did with Junie and Carmen. I love that one. This is the page that we did, remember, and we dedicated it to the people in Ukraine. And this says peace in Ukrainian. And this page you will see in the new Strawberry Moon art journaling magazine. Here's another jelly plate print. Here's a page. Do you remember we did this? We traced on a stencil and then we colored in the squares. I love that. Oh, here's page 1 of our mark making catalog. Here's the palindrome page where I spelled palindrome wrong, remember? And then everybody copied me, and so then I had to show you all how to correct it. Crazy. See, like this page, I really want to do something fun on the back. And there's another stencil that I traced the stencil, and then I went over those lines with markers, and then I started to do some fill-in with some mark making. That was fun. Remember this page, and then look at this backside. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Then this page we did during in a pop-in paint party, right? And this one I started. There's Klimt. There's Klimt. National Scribble Day. Come on, how fun was that? There's Grant Wood. Oh, here is just some fun. And this I did with the Crayola watercolors, remember? Because do you see how they're shiny? That was super fun to do. What do we have next? There's another one with the Crayolas, February 8th, 2022. More mark making catalog. Some marigolds that look very much like Aunt Junie, don't they? So do you see what I'm saying? Work out your ideas in your art journal, and then you can take those ideas and create more with them. And the more you create, the more you hone your skill, right? This one I did with some stencil work underneath, and then I did I love this carnation that I did with the Midwest is Best art printable and some little collage elements. That's super fun. And this was when we did the straw art where we just blew watercolors and then found. So this one I can work on more and more and more. This one the same. I can work on more and more and more. Queenie Mackenzie, love her. Can work on that more. Oh, remember this one? That was fun. Lots of mark making and just some fun. This one was I made with Keely when she was here. It even says Keely Day, where she had these amazing rub-ons, and we did some cool stencil-y backgrounds with Elizabeth St. Hilier's cool stencils. Oh, there we go. National Pink Day. Let's see, what else we got? There's some more, like, do you see how, like, I do those techniques over and over and over again so that I can really try things in a little bit different way. What if I did it this way? What if I added a black circle further out around it, so then I can add those little white, I can add those little tick marks all the way around. Here is a page where I had some leftover paint from something I was doing, and so I just painted this big square. And then I came in with a stencil, as you can see there. And you see that I have the black Sharpie marks from this page. I came in with a stencil, and it seems like I used a baby wipe to get a ghost print on there. Here's, oh, remember Valentangle? Those were fun. See, still a work in progress. Oh dear, that one was just recently where we did lots of mark making. Here's a page that is just a catch-all for extra paint. Here's a page that I did some, again I had leftover pink, then I splattered it with red, then I've got some bubble wrap prints on here, and then this was one of the hand-carved stamps that I made in Artsy Alchemy. Here's another one of those pages where I did layers and layers and layers. So if you see underneath, I have some freeform lettering underneath where I wrote some messages to myself, and then I did lots of mark making on that page. And then I just started to sketch some flowers, and then I filled in the backgrounds, and then I did some more mark making. Oh, I just love this page. Okay, here we go on Cinco de Mayo. Remember, we did something, lots of fun there. And do you remember I found this little heart that had this guy playing the mariachi guitar, and so he was a good addition to that. There's another one that, oh my gosh, do you remember we painted the background and then we did this mark making with a colored pencil on top? I love that. Here we go, another page with a fun background, and then we just created our own creative clusters. Here's a work in progress. Don't know where I'm going with that. Art is a verb, and let's get artsy. Do you remember that? Oh, there's the bridal wreath that I drew on. I wrote mid-air drawings when I was flying to Missouri the last time. And there's another mid-air drawing, a zinnia, and that the lettering is a font that I drew in the whimsical lettering class called Fairy Tale. Here's some more of that. If you have old markers, just scribble them all over on a page, and then you can just create on top of it. Here I did a whole page of green, and then I did some greenery on top of there. There's one just waiting for me to do something. There's another one. Look at that. I love that. That technique is so fun. And then, look, I have these two pages that I can play with. Here's the one that I need to fix my spelling error. Okay, here's another one that I don't feel is complete. I want to do something else here. I don't know what, I just keep adding little collage elements, but I need something that kind of pulls it together, so that'll be a work in progress. And do you remember, this sentiment was so good about friendship. I loved that. I think that might be it. There we go. So that's a flip through for this morning. I hope everybody has an amazing day. I hope that you continue to work in your art journals, and that you work out your ideas and play with techniques and materials and all of it. I adore you all. Thank you so much. If you would all do me a favor and be sure to like this page before you go and leave lots of comments. I will try to engage as much as possible. Remember to collect stickers along your way. I have a whole pile of stickers that I'm going to be adding to my art journals, this one and the Desi and Brax one. I have all kinds of them, all kinds of them. I adore you all so much. Thank you so much for hanging with me. I'll see you on, well, I will not see you next week. So if you want a pre-recorded video, you need to let me know, lickety-split, okay? In a comment. If you'd rather just wait until I'm back, you just let me know. Talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.